All right, what is up? Um, Man, I haven't done a YouTube intro in a very long time. Let's go ahead and bring in this microphone a little closer. 15 minutes, 15 minutes of gameplay we got here. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to break down everything that I can as much as possible. Hopefully the audio levels are good. Hopefully the video quality isn't that bad. So let's just go ahead and get started. So we're on Calypso Casino. Arguably, I don't know if it's a good map or not. I don't like it too much in my opinion. So we're playing with the Goat Emimits 131 here. He's our only teammate that we have comms with. All right, let's go to get the situation right. I wish I'd clipped a little bit more than 15 because apparently this was all one single round. So we had lost the first one. Don't remember at all how. But let me clue you in here on what exactly happened. Right. So this is my team, right? So Emmy just got a kill on this gridlock, right? So what had happened was the round just started. I finished placing my ADSs everywhere. I hop on cams. I see gridlock waddling her way in. I ping a red ping. Normally, I don't usually red ping, but I want to let my teammates know. Luckily, Emmy was nearby. Bam, got the kill. Absolutely wonderful performance. Good job, man. Really appreciate it. So, let's go and continue the video real quick. All right. Gotta remember my controls real quick. Okay. So as you can see, let's go back here. So this is the hallway that Gridlock was in. He just killed her. Red Ping was here. So he swung, shot, bam. So my instinct, right? Watching that door. Okay, let's peek this door. Trying to hear anything. So I know that's where the Gridlock died. Walking in, and then immediately, what do we see here? Just in case you're a little slow, that's the diffuser, right? So that means that the enemy team just lost their the person holding diffuser. I don't know why the one holding diffuser decided to rush into sight at the beginning of the round. A little odd, but so I ping it for my teammates to know, so they have diffuser right here, so we can just hold this angle, honestly. And so I'm just holding the angle, but I'm thinking, these enemies really aren't that smart, so I'm just not gonna hold it for that long. Okay. I hear a little shuffling in the back, holding that angle. Then I point out that I could just hold this angle, but then I look up, I see a hatch. So that means they could breach in from there and kill me, right? So I immediately walk back. But then look at what I'm seeing up here. Two teammates, Warden and Vigil roaming up top. So we got Opium Bird and HQ up here, right? So I'm chilling. I see a lion scan right here. I'm explaining to Emmy, right? So for lion scans, you shouldn't move your left stick, but you still can aim, as I'm doing now. You can still prone, like crouch and lay on the floor. You can also aim in and shoot and not get alerted by a lion. So that's a tip to know. So I go back up. I shot the drone. They don't have any more intel. Perfect. I'm hearing footsteps, so I peek the angle. Do you see that right there? So my aim's a little buns. Don't worry about it. I'm done. Call me crazy, but here's what I'm thinking. I still have one ADS in my pocket right here, right? I still have one gadget, and I'm playing Jaeger. So I'm thinking they want to flush me out of this, right? So they're trying to get diffusers. So I'm thinking they're gonna throw something. So I'm trying to place this down. It wouldn't let me for some reason, but I'm just gonna do a little pre-flip. Hopefully get an easy kill. Place down my ADS, thinking they might throw something. Watch. The moment that meter fills, it's done. Instantly flashbang, and my ADS catches it. Beautiful. Unfortunately, they threw another flash at the same time, and then another. So that's three flashbangs that they were willing to waste. So that's three wasted utilities because that third one didn't work. So that's three whole wasted utilities just trying to flush me out of that corner. Thinking about the position here, guys. So I see we got yellow and yellow. So I'm thinking Lion and Finka. Lion, I know for sure. Finka, maybe. That's one down. So don't know who that guy was going to be. Continue to pre-fire. Notice how I don't move. I just kind of stay here because I know they can't see me. So right here, I see yellow. I thought I got the kill. That was an Ayana clone. That's Lion. Alright, so my aim is bad. Ignore that. see some rounds trying to get that pressure so that way they don't rush me. Notice how I changed levels because I know they're expecting me to peek either crouch or head level. So they was not expecting me in there. Except maybe they were because that guy's aim, do you see that bullet whiz by my head right there? Crazy work. So there's 2 enemy combatants, right? I get one. Unfortunately, I trade for Yana. Alright, my bad. So we got 2 teammates left. Warden. This guy was absolutely buns, by the way. You'll see later in the round. And we got the GOAT Emmy Mitz, who I continue to stay spectating on.
Friendly, last operator standing.
But he instantly died. I don't know what happened to him. So I'm trying to let me know that there's an Ayana there on that side, right, on this door. I don't know where Jackal is. Pause. Let me rewind that real quick. Do you know what that
Friendly,
sound
last
is?
operator standing.
Right there. That's Yana activating her clone. So I'm telling him, I was telling him in comms, right, that Yana was gonna pull up with the clone. So he knew that was a clone. I'm not gonna question the aim. It's hard. It's fine. Now here's the thing. I didn't know there was no sound cue for when she gets off the clone. So the next time she pulled up, I didn't know that was actually her. So that was
Mission
unfortunate.
failed.
That was
All
unfortunate.
friendlies were eliminated.
So look at that positioning on Yana, right? Absolutely wonderful. So she had a much better angle. I think Emmy, you should have tried to like hold your ground and but switch to being on this side of the wall and aiming this way so that she had to peek in full swing. You know what I'm saying? But all right, we currently lost 2 rounds. If we lose this next one, it's GG's. We're out of the game. So let's go ahead and look at the stat real quick. Do my eyes deceive me? Negative 55? Now I gotta see who this guy is, right? I mean, you'll see later on. Like, oh my days. All right, so look here. They are on first floor. They're in first floor, right? And they're on this side. So I'm immediately thinking we have to go this spawn because it's the closest, so we'll get there faster. But not only that, I'm thinking Fuse is a viable option. I would say that because I play Fuse, Emmy plays Fuse, so just letting him know. So I decided to go helipad. I'm pretty sure. Yes, I think, unless I'm tweaking. I don't know who I went this round. Probably Thermite. Yeah. I would strongly suggest always having a hard breach on attack. I always recommend having hard breach. Really any type of entryway, support, and recon. So let's look at this team lineup real quick. Solid Snake, pretty good for intel and okay, pretty good for intel and recon. Right. Look at this guy's charms. I'm thinking this guy's cracked. I look at that name. It's the guy with negative 55 score and 0 kills. Get out of my game. Anyways, OBM Bird is on Deimos. Absolutely peak for finding intel and pinging enemies. Beautiful. Emmy's on Finka, W support player. Love it. I'm on Thermite. I'm supporting my team, but I'm also gaining that entryway, right? I'm opening up the walls and getting entry to site. Beautiful. Let's go with Adegran. I'm not even going to bother. So we're going sledge with grenades. All right, not bad. I would recommend though, especially if you already know that they go Kate or Bandit a lot, but genuinely in like ranked games, I would highly recommend bringing Thatcher or anyone with EMPs if you have a hard breach, because it just really sucks. And I know from experience because I play a lot of Thermite when you don't have a Thatcher, or you do and that Thatcher sells the game because they don't EMP the wall and we can't get access to site, so it just makes everything take longer. Long loading times. Okay, helipad is one of my least favorite spawns, in my opinion, because it's just really hard to get my drone from there. I'm trying to figure out where to go. I see the drone along my right. Perfect. So I remember I played this map in training this day, just so I know like where the stairs are. So I remember the stairs are this way. I hear reinforcing. They're to my right. What do I see and hear? Oh my gosh! Do y'all see this screen tearing? I don't mind though because it gives me more frames. Yeah, you know Warden's here. So weird to know they have a roam. I scan him. Nice. See that laser? That's not Kapkan, that's Denari. Cause you see how it's at an angle? That's Denari. And to be clear, I don't think you see Kapkan lasers as attackers.
10
So I have
seconds
to get
before
over. Okay, so I saw they have an Azami and they have Denari. So they have one trap. Watch out for Kiba barriers, and my flashes might not work if they have the ward. So that's the things that's going through my mind. Is
5 seconds
the
to
enemies.
insertion. You've located a bomb.
Hop off
Make
cam.
your way to its
Tell the enemy to
location
go
and
with me.
defuse it.
So we're about to peek that wall, that famous wall that always gets hard breach. So not
Way
sure if
to
you
its
know this,
location and defuse
but
it.
dang, I think that rewind goes back 10 seconds. Okay, so see there was his repel sprint. It only works when you're going down or left and right. Really wish you could repel sprint upwards because I like these drivers. Anyways, B side's over here, A side's over here. Look at this wall. I always be careful to peek this though because I know it's automatically hard breached, but in some cases it might not be, and they might be peeking this because they know that it gets hard breached a lot. So that plays down. Cause I'm seeing like on some absolute bottom. Okay, I don't want to get copyright. That it is not electrified. So I let my team know that I'm about to breach it using that little wheel. I let them know that I'm about to breach because I swear my teammates have one combined brain cell. About to breach it, and I'm thinking, do I throw this flashbang over? I'm like, nah, watch. So I throw it as the hole gets opened and there's smoke everywhere. I throw the flashbang. Bam, flashed. Opening up this wall, and in the meantime, I also shoot that little fire thing. That way it blocks off entry so they can't enter through that hatch. There is a hatch. Please excuse my horrible way of opening that barricade. I peeked this corner over here because there's always people here. Peeking that side. They could be on this side as well. Now I could have entered in there, but me thinking there was a Denari, I know that there could be a trap here. So what do? That's right, we drone it out. Look, bam, easy enter into sight. But I want to see what's in here. Oh my days! They reinforced the left wall and put a. They didn't reinforce that wall, so that's easy entryway for us to get in. They're so dumb. You guys don't understand. So that gives me the signal. All right, let's hop in. Carefully peeking just in case. Checking again. Somehow, my entire team is dead. And the only one in sight with me is Emmy. So here's what we're doing, right? I let my team know I'm going in. Turns out I have no team. See how I shot the moment I got in? That actually masks the sound cue of you jumping in. So always do that when you're dropping down a hatch or you're jumping through a window. It does tell the enemies where you're at in general, but it doesn't let them know that you jumped in. It could just be that you're applying pressure from outside. So I peek this. I hear somebody in this general vicinity. Okay, I see Emmy shooting this way, so that tells me that it's clear on his right and clear on his left. Maybe. But they could be hiding here. So I peek it just in case. Now I see that Emmy's shooting this way, so there's somebody here.
One friendly operator remaining.
Okay, we know Wamai is downed, and the other 4 teammates are still alive. We know there's an Azami, a Warden, and a Denari. I thought that was Wamai. I accidentally beamed some rando in the head. I don't know who he was, low-key. I'm seeing Denari outside. I'm like, wait a minute, isn't that the hole that I breached open? GG's, brother. Azami's on my left. Okay, excuse the bad aim. At least get headshots. Throw a flashbang, hoping I might get Wamai. I'll go to this corner, right? Let's use our hearing. Wamai is down because he's like, like he's just crawling away. Where's the other dude? Where's Warden? Wardens always roam. They're never in sight. That's one thing you need to know. And guess who has diffuser? Open your ears. So you can still hear Wamai crawling in the back. Then I don't hear any running of sorts. So Wamai probably doesn't hear the defuse, or you can't let Wamai know, or you can't let Warden know that I'm defusing because he doesn't have comms.
Bomb diffusion and
So I see that this guy died, so he finally bled out. I run to the back.
initiated. Protect the diffuser.
I think that was a firework. I hope that's a firework. My bad.
Op 4 last operator standing.
Look at this absolute rodent rat of a peak pixel angle right here. He has to come defuse this. He doesn't know where I'm at. At least I don't think he does. I'm just keeping my ears open. You hear those footsteps? He's in sight. He's in sight. Just getting closer. Now, you hear the suspenseful music in the background? I might actually turn that off so that I can hear the sound cues. That's just one thing to note. I saw his laser whiz by, so I know he's aiming here. I don't think he knows I'm in here. Sure enough, I let him up. But you see how I don't stop shooting? Because if I stop shooting, that gives him an opportunity to stay in this corner, turn around, aim in, and might shoot. So I'm keeping that line of fire, constant pressure, so the moment he gets away, that's what happens. And he's dead.
Op 4
I win the
eliminated.
round.
Friendly
What
mission successful.
a clutch. Wait, was that an ace? I don't know. Alrighty guys, this is third round. Okay, they're in first floor again. They're on that far side, so let's go low spawn on this. So I'm thinking here, right? Thermite, you can't go wrong with Thermite, honestly. I probably should have gone ace, is what I'm thinking, but also that guy went ace. But I don't know, call me crazy, but I just feel more comfortable playing Thermite. I feel like he's just such a solid operator, you know? Like, I like being able to open up an entire wall rather than, like, just a horizontal bar to shoot through, you know what I'm saying? Let's go. Go through this site. Okay, first thing, you see how I'm already pre-scanning? So I tend to hold, and I even go claw grip, so that way I'm pressing triangle and moving the camera at the same time. I pre-scan, so that way by the time it finishes, I catch them, and then immediately I move away so that my drone doesn't get shot for more intent. So I go around, try to find a separate entrance. What do I see there? An alibi clone. A ping it from my teammates. I see Valkyrie. Ping.
10 seconds.
Still alive. 20.
5 seconds before insertion.
Alright. It's game time, guys.
You've located a bomb.
So-
Make your way to its location and defuse it.
Hell up. Actually, I really don't like this one. So I'm thinking, what is Sledge doing? Sight is not there. I don't know, maybe he had a good idea. I'm thinking, well, where is Sight? It's right here. The only way to get in is through these windows. So I'm thinking, I told Emmy to go on the floor above, so that way he could fuse down. So if I go ahead and light the structure, make it seem like I'm trying to enter, right? I'm thinking, there's really no walls for me to start with, so I'll just go. Also, you see how he only broke once? He only meleeed once, and then went back. When you're above, it's best to always get as close as you can and enter. You see how I shot again, so that I could mask the sound and begin again? See how, boom, quick, just get your 3 melees in, jump in, pre-fire, and then enter into sight. It's much quicker. Because if you melee once, go back, melee again, go back. It gives them enough time and the sound cues to let them know that you're gonna peek. this doesn't give them the time. Immediately, what do I see here? Default cam, glowing thingy. I didn't know the glowing thingy was a prox alarm location. I don't know how I didn't see that. I also got the valve on that corner. I heard a little too late. I probably should have peeked that door, but because I honestly didn't know I was inside. That's one down. Peeking the door just in case. Oh, this is sight. I heard the prox alarm, so I back it up. Explain to me what Alibi is doing. Alibi, you are a support. You should be staying in there holding this door so that I could swing. Tell me why she runs out like Oryx to get absolutely beamed.
Four last stop
I
standing.
don't know what these people are doing. I try to flash. I see that they have the Wamai thing. Wamai is dead. There's only one person in sight. Spotted by Scam. Don't know where from. Their Emmy got killed. I forgot what he was saying, but I was trying to defuse. Guess who has diffuser? Opium Bird. I was getting mad because I thought he wasn't planning. That was my fault. Emmy was trying to tell me that the guy who killed him was on the other side of this wall. I understood it as on this side over here. You hear that little boing? That's Solid Snake. He knows where the enemy's at. So then he starts peeking this doorway all of a sudden. That lets me know he knows where the enemy's at, so that he knows. No, I know that he knows where the enemy's at. So now I know where the enemy's at. Therefore, I'm gonna peek that doorway and pre-fire. Not there. Okay.
Diffuser is active.
W teammate for defusing, by the way.
Protected at all costs.
I'm just slow peeking that. Wide swinging just a little bit. I see that gold mine right there. Apply some pressure. Heard the audio cue of her getting burned. Immediately. GG's.
Op 4 eliminated. Friendly mission successful.
Cinema. We're already at 11 kills. My goodness. Okay. So I tried to lower down the game volume a little bit because now looking back, my voice might not be heard in the times that I'm still playing the clip. So either if I really need to explain, I'm gonna pause the video. If I am just talking, hopefully I'm able to be heard over the sound of the game. Alright, yeah, just really not much going on here. Oh, let's go on. I'm not sure if you saw it, but it was on basement. So I know they're going basement. This is absolute prime time opportunity to go fuse. And I'm thinking, you know what? Basement, it's kind of difficult to use thermite because look, if you notice, if I'm looking at the map here, there's not a single outside wall to breach into. Except maybe this one. I don't know. But I really don't think thermite is the move here because that's if I'm opening up a big external wall. That's what I like to use them for. So I'm thinking, let's rush this. You know, it's final round. Why not go Zofia, right? And I think I changed later on. But yeah, this is round I go Zofia. Because Zofia actually got buffed recently, so now she has 3 of each of her abilities. So I'm gonna skip this real quick. Yeah, so I just end up oh never mind. Yeah, so I got out of camp because I saw a cab, so I let Emmy know because if he's gonna be peeking from above, he has to watch out for the what's it called?
10 seconds.
The roamers.
5 seconds before
So yeah,
insertion.
there you see I made the switch to Zofia.
You found a bomb. Make your way to its location and defuse it.
I'm just low-key gonna skip some of this because yeah, me and Emmy couldn't figure out how to get up, so I'm thinking, okay, this is the same level that Sight is at. I have 3 explosive rounds and 3 concussion rounds, so I'm letting him know we're peeking through here. So I let him know he's gonna pull up this way. Wonderful. I tell him the fuse charge. I should have told him to aim a little higher before he placed it, because if you place it up here, like as high as you can. So I pinged it, but basically, the higher you have it, it'll have a better chance of ricocheting and not hitting any of like the floor objects. If you do it here and it goes like pew, 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 this way, it might hit the floor. If you do it above, it'll might have a better chance to bounce off of those things and ricochet even further, getting better range. I open up the wall. I did tell him that I was doing this, by the way. So I see a Kiba barrier in there, so I'm thinking somebody might peek this angle. I see they've reinforced both walls. Absolutely wonderful for us because this gives us protection. Because the only way they can shoot us is through maybe through here, through the drone hole, as well as that door from earlier. So I tell him to fuse that off. While he's doing that, two teammates over here, two teammates over here. I'm gonna peek with Opium Bird over here. So let's go ahead and look at this real quick. I see him shooting into sight. And I see they're firing back from approximately this angle. So I'm thinking they're in back right corner. I take out my ability and switch it to the concussion. Opium Bird dies and drops the diffuser right next to my body.
Cover the diffuser.
Absolutely wonderful use. I'm not sure if you saw that, but that went right past and through the door.
Diffuser has been secured.
Never mind, I think it went through here, but either way. Good distraction, right? I want you to look at what I do next, right? So I pick up the diffuser from his dead body after
Cover the
this.
diffuser. The diffuser has been secured.
To change elevation, I hit the nastiest drop shot. And you see that head right there? I see it too. You know why? Because I'm Diamond 1. I reload. I got rid of the LMine pre-firing just to cover this whole angle. Emmy's now on my left, so I know he's got me covered shooting into this way, and I've got coverage shooting into this way. I hear there's somebody on the left and on the right. He throws, I think that was an impact, it missed. You can actually hear the grenade pin go, like they pull the pin out, that's an impact right there. Also missed. That was Cav, by the way. I know because she has impacts and she's still alive. And guess who peeks this doorway? Good and bye. Anyways, so I see Emmy gets absolutely lit up. But he's already on the wall, so I know I got him covered. I don't know if he threw the smoke. I think he did, but that was perfect timing. Now you may be wondering, why would I not just peek that and ego chal it? I prefer to, because look at these numbers. If he dies here, if I let him die, this is 2 against 3. Always be the team player here. I immediately melee because I thought I was getting flanked by Cav, but I killed her. I continue to peek, pre-fire through the smoke. Concussion grenade once again. So while he's fusing this off, I'm going to open up 2 more lines of sight. Just to add a little bit more pressure. Emmy Mitz gets a kill with this fuse charge. Absolutely beautiful. Love it. I open up this window. I mean, this line of sight. Pre-fire. So while this is opening up, they have to worry about this, and this side as well. I pre-fire. I say, I'm planning Emmy cover me. So Emmy came in through this one on the left. He's peeking. I think, okay, I'm fine. Explosion over there, I'm fine. I can still defuse. Emmy gets lit up absolutely from over here. And just like that, we win the round. We win the match. Alright. Let's go ahead and watch this real quick. Sir, yes, sir. Alright. So, going back, right? Let me sleep it on here for a bit. Let me just rant. So, I think overall, this round was one of my best. I mean, this match in general. I think I made a lot of smart tactical decisions here. And I think hopefully you guys can learn something from my gameplay. Obviously, I'm no like good player. I'm literally ranked like silver right now or something. Or no, I'm bronze actually. Well, that's because I don't play ranked. Anyways, I hope y'all learned something. Um, Let me know if you want more of this. I could definitely do more. This is actually really fun to do. But I actually got to play more then. Yeah. So I guess that's it for today's video. Goodbye.